2020 has been a positive year, so let's bring it to an end with giant meteorite hitting Earth. So if you go onto Adobe Stock, the model is Earth at Twilight. That's free. So we're going to cheat a little bit. I'm not making the entire Earth, so yeah, we're going to drag that. So there we are. I think this has the dark side, light side. So we're going to go with okay. Right. Okay. So first thing you should always do, set a camera point. Doesn't matter where, when, but it's just something you can come back to that you can work with. Next, we will use again from Adobe Stock, and I think this actually is a meteorite. So Martian surface meteorite, free on Adobe Stock. This is a big model, I think, this one. Yeah. I would prefer to make the... You'll find as you're reducing the size of something manually, it just disappears. Some people go into a panic, but sometimes it's easier. Yay. That's a good size, I think. Disaster averted, it flew right past. It's a bit too long, so I'm going to... Because the bottom of it looks quite flat, so we're going to shift it about a bit. That looks good. And just... to be that. So that's why we use the camera. So bring it back. Yeah, let's bring it out a little bit. Works for me. Now what I just found on Adobe Stock is the liquid splash, which is looks like it's got the base of the glass there, but we might be able to use that. Possibly. Bring the size down a little bit. Don't want it to be See, sometimes it looks good from one angle but not so much from another, but if we're just going by that, we might be okay. So we've got the interior colour. I've never used this one before, so you have to bear with me. Colour. We can colour pick from any of these. Let's have a quick render preview, see how that looks. I think I was actually changing the colour of... No, I wasn't. So the interior... What did we just change? The exterior? The bloody linked. Right. So break the link to the material, otherwise it will change both. So we need... Oh, I'm thinking that. Right, so we just need to push it back a little bit. So yeah, I'm not happy with that. So we're going to go back to starter assets and I'm going to go with splash B. I always drop it to the ground and then you know that it's flat and it's level. Then you can size it, move it, wiggle it about. And you're just trying to find what looks right. It is very much trial and error. This one's too. We'll try. Go with this one. See, already that one looks right. The dynamics of it, the action of it just works. So I just need to get the position just right. Like I say, it only matters from this angle on this particular one because that's the angle we've chosen. I might just have to rotate it slightly. Oh, wrong one. I'm quite happy with that. We need all the action at this side because that's the angle that we're using. So back to view one. Material, what do we want? Liquid, some sort. Let's go with water for now. And nah, we want to get the full effect. Also change the color of your background to what the color of your background will be. Shrink it down a little bit. We're going to build multiple pieces that go onto here. Just to get the right effect. Might be that I might actually go back to that other one in this one. I like the shape, I like the splash. So let's bring that in. For some reason it works then. Because I've got the other piece on, maybe. Rotate it, let's see. Yeesh. We'll go with ice. Yep, that looks good. So we need to darken this because there, it's not needed. So view 1. Also, if you're not happy with the view that you have, you can either, you can add another one or update the one that you have currently. So you can't really see this now, so we need something. Let's go with the interior. Remember to break that link. And we're going to add maybe an orange, just to see if that breaks it up a little bit. So it does do something, it's not sure what. So we're going to duplicate that one, so hold Alt and drag it. Hold Shift to increase the size, and we'll shift it back in here. Back this way a little bit. And this is going to be the fireball. Because we've got exterior and interior colours, we can change these up. So exterior. Maybe leave the interior. No, let's go for red. Deeper orange. Now obviously that looks ridiculous, but that's probably because I've got my glow settings default at 500%. So and bring that down. Preview. That's a little bit better. Interior. To around the 200 mark, so that should. Yeah. I'm just going to tuck that back in a little bit. I need to turn this around a little bit actually to get the angle looking right. Looks like that actually. Right, so now is when we need to build up all of the sparks and debris, wherever you're coming from. Debris, all the bits flying off. And this is, you do it until it looks good. Well, move the whole earth then. I wouldn't advise building whilst you've got the render preview on. It's very noisy if your machine's like mine, and you just don't need it. Right, so for this particular splash, we're going to use the orange from there. So far so good. What else have we got? Right, Taurus. Now, there's more settings for the Taurus than you think, so you can change the interior of the pipe or the ring radius, which is the outer area. So you can bring that in. bring yeah, so again it's disappeared, but that's good because we need it smaller, so it's easy to bring the size up than it is to take it down. Then we're going to try some kind of a ripple effect. Or turn it into a keyring. It's the end of the world. Just that initial section there, just the chances are you probably won't even see it, but I like that angle actually. So just on your views, just choose your new view, click refresh, and that's it, done. So wherever you go, we'll take you back to that. Now Taurus, what you should do really is name all of your layers, all of your the sections. I'm too lazy, so coffee, the graphic designer's best friend. Right, okay, so we're going to go with, let's go maybe damaged glass, or damaged, yeah. And if we can see it, which we can, so go with Taurus. We're going to change the color slightly just so that we can see it. Let's go with that earth tone. See, there's something now. Right, so it means we can copy this one, duplicate rather. I mean, if you want, you can just do Control C, Control V, and you've got another one. But I prefer the control of, you can copy the whole earth, you see. Taurus, copy, paste. But I don't like to do that because it's wasted time. Where do you go? Just a little bit inside there. Bring that a bit. Just to give a subtle edge to what's happening. Not too bad. Actually, grab a sphere. And resize. I mean, you can do it to the same size as that if you like, or just manually do it. I don't like messing with all of this, it just takes too long. So just hold shift, bring it down to what you think is the right size, what looks right, and if it fits, you can always see from one side it looks good, others not so good. You get the general idea. Almost there. That's what she said. And then we just need one air. That should do. That looks pretty good. Right, we'll just see if we can just grab that colour there. Brilliant. Right, Tauruses we made. Taurus, Tauri. Those the Taurus shapes. Bring them out a little bit, and then just drop them on. Taurus 1, Taurus 2. See if we still get the effect that we need. See, that looks ridiculous now. So let's just go white. And then hold Alt and Shift. Drag that one out. Could work. A blast wave of some description. Only time will tell. Bring it in slightly. That's not bad actually. I like that. So all of this now we can move inwards because otherwise there's too much going on. But I don't like these. Rather than remove, we can just shift them around a bit. It's actually not bad. These look ridiculous. So we're going to get rid of those. Keep the big one around the edge because that actually looks it's working. I wonder if we duplicate this one. Let's just drag it out. Reduce the size. Just going to try and give this a bit more definition. Just give it something. Because at the moment it just looks like it's stuck to it. So break the link. Break the pickle, tickle, tickle. What other colours we have? Go the darker. Which one is that? Oh, that's right. See, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's all about moving things around until they look. Now this one is part of that, so we can go with the yellow. Let's break that. The yellow from that one. Yeah, I'm liking that. I mean, we can always bring more out in Photoshop anyway, so that's not a real problem. What you're trying to do is convey the power, that the energy that's Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. So next we'll drop our background in. If you go to pexels.com, P-E-X-E-L-S, I'll put the link in the description. You can get literally any stock image you can think of, and they're all free. So again, I'll put a link in the description to this particular image if I remember. So drag your background onto there. Let's just see how that looks. Hey, not bad. Now the lighting. We don't want a lot of light. That will do. As far as lighting, backgrounds, etc. So now we need to put some more impact, just to display the force that's actually hitting the earth. So we can use, what can we use? Let's just go with spheres for now. I'm going to make some. So you want these small, so that should do. So you immediately go for your colours, your materials, copy from the ones that you've already got. And we're literally just going to keep hold of Alt and just move these things around. Take your hand off in between. It gives the image depth rather than just being a flat image. Never going to look as good as something you can make in Blender or programs like that. This is Adobe Dimension. It's better than people realize, but it's still, I don't want to use the word basic, but yeah. One thing I have realized actually is I made a duplicate of that which has got that stuck to it. So what we need to do is get rid of that. Wow, that looks shit. Actually, I quite like that. See, wherever this meteorite hits, it's going to offend somebody, isn't it? So, there you go. It's... Well, you'll just have to get over it. See how that looks now. Still needs something, doesn't it? All I was doing with these off camera was just stretching and then just angle them accordingly. So let's just grab these. Just think we need... Yeah, see, that works. See, these you can just pick them up and grab and move them around wherever. Or you can move them on the axis, you know, it's up to you. Now we do have in the basic shapes, right near the bottom, oh no, it's there. Splash A. Now you might get a nice effect with that actually, so we're going to try. We can but try. thinking from, let's give this a 10. Try the ice. Okay, let's have a look. Can't even see it. Right. So let's move it this way a bit. It's not bad, is it? As soon as we've got this going, we need to find, to darken this side. You can see it quite like that as well. So and we can maybe add I'm sure I've got astronauts in here somewhere, so that would be quite good. Just drag him on. He's a big fella. Let's just bring him down a bit. Okay. Let's face him in the other direction. I'm going to bring him towards the camera. See how that looks. With the camera, what we're going to try and do with focus is we're going to have all of the focus on there. So bring the blur down, 2.9. .5. Now, if we're going to do this, what we need to do is change the angle slightly. And then bring that back over to that side. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's try 0.2. That's a little better. Just want him just in the shot. And it's kind of a great. Now what? See if we can just move this as a slightly. I mean, if you wanted to, you could take out all of the global lighting and put your own lighting in, It takes a bit longer, but you've got more control then, rather than using, you know, the rotation tool on here. Limited at best, but without, you have this, which actually looks quite good. But that works for me. I think what I will do, actually, I'm going to refresh that. It's quite a good angle. I like it. Did it refresh? Yep. Then we're going to bring in starter assets. Just drop a sphere somewhere, and you want the glow. Obviously, you want it's kind of moonlight, so we're going to come right out, and we're going to move. Let's just see. I'm not sure about the background. We should just go with a colour. Jet black. Let's just see how that looks. Again, you can play around with this as much as you like. You can use the original size. That's going to look a mess. Crop to fit, scale to fit. So I'm just going to bring the opacity down, I think, just so it's there. And we can add all sorts of effects and things in Photoshop. So there we go. Enjoy.